Okay, so we started out this class with the problem, which my problem was tortilla wasting because they either go stale in the refrigerator when I can't eat them fast enough, or I can't separate them once they're in the freezer. So I decided to select the idea of making some sort of a tortilla separator for the freezer. I started thinking about the first constraints that I would have, like what kind of a container would I put them in? Should they flip open? Should they pop out? Should they roll out? Did I need a mechanical piece or did I not really? Could I use spear levers or springs or gears, whatever? I started thinking about what I had around the house. I am a school teacher, so I know I had a lot of things like scissors and rulers. And then the next step was to prioritize my essentials. So when I made a list of thinking about what I might need and what was important, it had to separate the tortillas. That was essential. I decided it should fit into a Ziploc bag, and I actually decided that it should move. So then I was thinking about the move thing. I came up with this other idea about having a tortilla tower where they could roll out from in between each other. I knew I had straws from teaching in summer camp, and I also knew I had a big stack of 9-inch plastic plates. That wouldn't cost me very much money. And of course, I had my incredible trusty compass, which I use all of the time. I knew I had to do some experimentations before I could decide on the design. So the first thing I thought about was, what if I had the craft sticks glued together with the glue gun in an equilateral triangle sort of a form. And so I drew a picture of that, and I was realizing that what I really needed to figure out was um, what was it really going to hold the tortilla? So I used my knowledge of, geometry, and I knew that I could find the height of that triangle by doing a little bit of math, and it was going to be somewhere between 3 and 4 inches, which I found concerning because of the overhang. Okay, okay, so I did the math on that. It turns out it's about 3.5 inches, 3.46, which I was concerned was not going to work for me because how could a 6-inch tortilla be centered on a thing that was, it just was not going to work. So then I thought of doubling the triangles, and that would be 7 inches, but that really wasn't going to work either. So at this point, all I really had done was my experiments, and I decided on my final design that the layers would have to move around some sort of vertical fulcrum. I started to think that it might be a good idea to just use the plates. After all, they were plastic and I could cut them, and I had all the materials. So I thought, well, okay, the plates can be hole punched. I can fit them on the dowel rod. I didn't have any dowel rods, but I could fit them. I also knew that I could use the straws for the spacers. I also was wondering if the plates were actually going to be sturdy enough, like they were big enough to hold the tortillas, and I could cut them in any fashion, actually. But so I started thinking about that, and so I was concerned about whether or not I could actually drill holes in the craft sticks to, hold the paper plates up if they needed support. And so with that, I measured the craft sticks. I also decided I had to have a drill. And then I decided that I should have some dowel rods to make for the vertical fulcrum, but I also might use the dowel rods to support the plates. And that's where I'm at right now. And my apologies for keeping on saying paper plates instead of plastic plates.